What is going on, guys? PaPaSea back with another video for you guys, and today I am bringing you another tier list. I know this one's a really interesting one. It's a Generation 8 Pokemon tier list. We'll be ranking all of the Generation 8 Pokemon that we know of so far. Shout out to whoever made this, by the way, Cloud, because I was actually getting ready to make a list on my own like this, because I thought nobody would have made one by now, because these two Pokemon right here, the Corgi and I believe Impidimp is its name, were just sort of revealed from E3 from the demo that's going on, because as I'm recording this video, E3 is going on right now. So, shout out to him. Make sure to subscribe, of course, if you're new. Leave a like if you enjoy, and of course, ring that bell so you don't miss any notifications. So, E3 is still going on as I'm recording this, so I guess it is possible that maybe in the demo another Pokemon will be found, but I think that this is pretty much the Pokemon that we'll have access to, at least until the next Direct or whatever goes on. So, we're ranking them each S through D. Now, again, people tend to get really up and at it about this. This list, entirely my opinion, how I like these Pokemon, pretty much just based on their design and typing. That's all we know about them so far. If you have different opinions, like, cool, like everyone likes other Pokemon more than others, no need to get upset. You know, every Pokemon is cool in their own right. Every Pokemon is a favorite to somebody's. Some people just like some Pokemon more than others. So, with that being said, first off, we have Corviknight. Now, Corviknight, I think, is, like, really, really cool. Steel and Flying type, I believe. One of the Pokemon that was revealed last week in the June 5th Direct. I like this Pokemon a lot. I remember when it first flew across the screen, I thought it was like the coolest Pokemon ever. So I'm going to put it in A. I don't know, it's kind of close between A and B because, you know, obviously we're kind of in the honeymoon phase with these Pokemon because, you know, we just saw them. This is our first time seeing brand new Pokemon, let's count Melmetal, over the past like 2 years since Sun and Moon came, or 3 years actually, right? No, 2 years I guess if we count the Ultra Sun, Ultra Beast with like Nightingale and stuff like that. So I'm putting an A tier. I might lower it to B tier. Like, I think it's really cool. I think it's an awesome Pokemon. I think it has a cool design. A lot of people love it. That's one thing I really seem to like about these Generation 8 Pokemon, excuse me. Is pretty much every one of them seem popular. You know, everyone seems to love Dreadnought, not Cottonee, Wooloo, and the Corgi. I don't know the name of the Corgi, I'm sorry. But I think it's really cool. I'm actually going to rate Melmetal now because I feel like it's one people care about the least. So, I really like Melmetal. Or Melton, excuse me. I love Melton. I think it's adorable. I'm going to put it in A tier. Melmetal, however, it's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think it's cool. I'll put it in C. I have like a small collection, if you want to say, of Melton cards. Like whenever I get a Melton card, I always just put it to the side. And I don't have that many. I have like maybe 7 or 8. But I just really like this Pokemon. It was definitely one of the most exciting Pokemon reveals, in my opinion, when we first saw Melton, because it was like the whole Pokemon Go thing. People thought it was like a glitch or like some sort of mistake on Niantic's part or Nintendo or whatever with Pokemon Go, because like it doesn't really, it looks kind of weird. Like it looks a little bit weird, and people were like, oh, it's a glitch, it's like missing, no, it's a mistake. And then she thought it was a real Pokemon. It was in Let's Go Pikachu, strangely enough. I think it's cool. Melton, or Melmetal, I get them mixed up. Melmetal's cool too. I don't really know how good it is, like, competitively. I haven't really used it, like, at all, because it's only available in Let's Go, right? It's not available in Ultra Sun. I think it's cool. Anyway, moving on, Dreadnought. I like this Pokemon a lot. I really, if you guys saw the Direct again, where I reacted to Corviknight, right when I saw this Pokemon, I was like, I like turtles. And I do like turtles. I really like water Pokemon. A lot of my favorites tend to be water. Not my most favorites, but, like, a lot of my Pokemon that are up there tend to be water type. I guess it kind of fits with the name PaPaSea, you know, C, whatever. So, for Dreadnought, I'm putting an A tier. I think it's really cool. The gym leader, I forget her name. I think Nessa was her name. The water gym leader that was revealed at E3 has one. That's kind of cool. I think that she's supposed to be the first gym leader, and then the grass guy with whatever this Pokemon is called, the one that's next on the list, is over there too in the second gym, I believe. So speaking of which, we have this grass thing, which like I don't hate it. I don't really know what's going on with it. Like, I don't really know. It kind of reminds me, I don't know the name of those flowers. Is it a dandelion? But you know those flowers you see that have, like, little white things you can, like, those white things around and make a ball and you can blow on and they all fly away? Like the seeds or whatever? That, I don't know what that's called. Is that a dandelion? Like, I have no idea. It's, like, okay. I kind of want to put it in D tier. Like, it's okay. Like, just because it's in D tier doesn't mean I think it's bad. I just think out of all the Pokemon on this list, it's the one I kind of care about the least. It is a grass type, though. A lot of my favorite Pokemon tend to be grass types as well. As you guys know, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Vileplume. Tangela is one of my favorites. So, I do like these Pokemon. Anyway, next up, I guess I'll put the evolution first before we go on to Grookey and stuff. So, I think the evolution's a bit cooler. It kind of reminds me a bit of Cherim, like the flower form, which I think is kind of cute. Because I don't really like the cloaked form of Cherim. I think the flower form is just way cooler. So I'll put this in C tier. Like, it's okay. It's not terrible. It's cool. I like it. Grookey, now. See, if Sword and Shield were to come out today, out of the 3 starters, I would most likely pick Sobble. If for whatever reason I can't pick Sobble, I'd pick Scorbunny. So that kind of just leaves Grookey to the dust. I think he's cool though. I think he has a really nice design. You know, nice little green monkey with. I like the animations they have with like the stick, how it's like at bat, kind of like a cricket player, or baseball player, or whatever. It's supposed to be based off. I believe it's supposed to be based off of cricket. I don't really know. I'll put it in B tier. I think it's a cool Pokemon. It's just out of the 3 stars, my least favorite. That's really the way I look at it. Speaking of starters, though, I'll put Sobble in S tier. I like Sobble a lot. I guess I'm part of Sobble Squad, whatever. It's most likely going to be the starter that I pick, unless the Fauna evolutions or something for like Scorbunny or Grookey's like way better and completely blows Sobble out of the water. I don't know. We'll see about that. And then we have Scorbunny. Again, you know, Scorbunny I think is really cool. I'll put him in B, right above Grookey. I was going to put it in A. I'll put it in B right above Grookey, and also put Corviknight last in A, so it's like kind of like, you know, they're kind of really close, even though they're different tiers. And then we have Wooloo. Yeah, so Wooloo was probably one of the most popular Pokemon that was revealed. It's a sheep. It's a really like bland design. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's a really simple design, I guess is the better way to put it, because bland kind of sounds boring. Well, you know, a more clean, more simple design doesn't sound as boring. It's literally just a sheep. Like, honestly, like, you could take this Wooloo, you could take Wooloo and put it in, like, a Zelda game as, like, a generic sheep, and, like, it'll look like a sheep. Like, it doesn't, like, it's not like Mareep where you take it and it looks like some sort of, like, deformed kind of sheep that looks like it should belong in, like, a Pokemon-type game. Wooloo is literally just a sheep. With that being said, though, I think it's really cute. I think it's awesome. It's bound to evolve into something awesome, the way I look at it. I'm assuming it's an early route Pokemon, too. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I don't know, because, like, yes, we do have the demo going on, but usually when they do demos like that, it's like a modified version of the game, so to say, where you can encounter different Pokemon in different areas, because there might be things they don't want to reveal yet. And, like, for example, I'm assuming that Sobble and Grookey and stuff like that are level caps. They don't evolve past the point where they would evolve. They don't level up past the point they would evolve, or they just don't evolve in the demos. So, with that being said, I feel like Wooloo's going to be an early route Pokemon. I don't know if that really helps or hurts its case. I'm going to put it up in A tier. I'll put it right above Corviknight, but I think I don't know, it's kind of close. I'll put it above Dreadnought. I'll put it below Dreadnought. You probably heard enough about Wooloo. Like, people love this thing. It's so cute. I've seen people make plushes of Wooloo, like, already, even though it's only been, like, a week. And I think that's awesome. So, then we have these two, Zamson and Zamazenta. I forget which is which. This one is the sword one, this one is the shield one. I believe Zamazenta is the sword one, and then I'm definitely pronouncing these wrong. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Don't get upset. Like, I've never heard these Pokemon pronounced where I've just read it. So, like, it's hard, and they just got revealed. And you know. So, I'll put the third one up in A tier, right above Corviknight. I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. It has a sword in its mouth. It kind of reminds me of Okami a little bit. Like, maybe it's inspired by Okami. I don't know if that's, like, confirmed. But there's a lot of elements in the game that kind of remind me a little bit of, like, the Okami spirit element. Like, you have, which they kind of didn't really talk about ever since the first Sword and Shield reveal. If you guys remember, it would, like, show the grass, and there was, like, these white outlines of, like, Pokemon. That kind of gave me, like, a little bit of an Okami vibe. And obviously this thing being, like, you know, like a fox type thing kind of reminds me a bit of Okami. Never beat that game, though. I got it a couple months ago, and I liked it. And I just played it for, like, maybe 3-4 days. And I just kind of stopped playing it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, next up we have the Shield guy. I think he's cool. I'll put him in B tier. He's not bad. He looks cool. He kind of reminds me like a Power Ranger type thing. Like, doesn't Power Rangers have those things where like they turn to animals too? Like, I remember back when I was younger, it was like Power Ranger Dino something with like dinosaurs and stuff too. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. Something out of Power Rangers, maybe even like Transformers. It's a fine Pokemon. It's not bad. As a legendary Pokemon, I think it's cool. I do like that these two Pokemon, the two cover legendaries, they look similar, but they're different enough to be distinct. Like, it's not like when we first saw the Sword and Shield logo and they had like the fox on the hilt of the sword and the fox on top of the shield, like, we all assumed that that was some sort of legendary Pokemon, right? But since they look so similar, like, nobody knew if they'd be the same Pokemon or how they would be. So I'm glad they look different enough to be differentiated and they're not like the exact same thing. Their heads are pretty much the same, I guess, but their bodies and stuff look different enough. I'm also wondering if they could transform into each other. I don't know if that was ever talked about or revealed or whatever. But that'd be kind of cool. I think they're both really nice Pokemon. Then we have the Corgi, which people are like freaking out about. People love this thing. I think it's an adorable Pokemon. It could be like the Lillipup type Pokemon of this region. It could possibly be an early route thing. Maybe instead of Wooloo. Maybe Wooloo will kind of be early route in the sense of like, kind of like how Mareep is in Gold and Silver, where you find it after, is it Azalea Town? I think it's Violet City. Yeah, it's south of Violet City, right? Where you find the Mareeps, right where the Bellsprout Tower is. I think it's Violet City. I don't know. So I'm guessing it might be like, Wooloo might be early route kind of like that is, while this Corgi Pokemon, it might be early route like how Lillipup is available on the first routes of Black and White. So I think it's cute. I like it. However, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Like, it's like a cute Pokemon. Like, I like it, but it's not like, oh my god, I don't like it more than Corviknight, you know? That's the way I look at it. I'll put it, I don't know where in B tier though. I think Scorbunny kind of locked in the top spot of B tier, while these three kind of be interchanged a bit. It's kind of tough. And then last we have Impotent. So I actually really like this Pokemon's design. It reminds me a lot of Yokai Watch. You guys know I really like Yokai Watch. I've been a fan of the series ever since it came out in the West, pretty much. I've been following the series, even before that. And it reminds me a lot of a Yokai, so it gives me that Yokai vibe, which I really like. It is a Dark and Fairy type, which we don't have yet. You know, Mega Absol kind of looks like it should have been a Fairy type. Maybe it was originally planned to be a Fairy type, but they changed their mind for whatever reason. So having a proper Dark and Fairy type is really neat. I'm wondering if this thing will evolve. It kind of gives me Sableye vibes. Like, I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of Sableye, so... And since Sableye doesn't evolve or have a pre-evolution, maybe it won't evolve or have a pre-evolution. Either way, like, it looks like, based off its typing alone, the fact that it's a brand new typing. I believe out of all of these Pokemon that we know the typings of, it's the only one with a brand new type pairing. I'm not sure the full typing of... Actually, you know what? Now that I look at these guys, I don't know if these types were revealed. They might have been. I have Cerebi up on my other monitor. I should probably check. Hold on. This might actually mess up the stream a bit. You might be able to see Cerebi instead now. But, okay, it's just a pure grass type. I was going to say, it looks like it could have been a grass and fire type. Wait, the Corgi is an electric type, not a normal type? Oh. Okay. I don't know if you guys even saw that. But that was, Cerebi. I just pulled up. So, the Corgi, Yamper, is electric type. I had no idea. Wow. I thought it was normal type. Okay, today I learned. Anyway, so we have Impotent, which is the Dark and Fairy type. I kind of want to put it in S tier. I kind of do. Mainly because the Yokai Watch vibes, I think in terms of battling, it'll be one of the stronger Pokemon because of the typing. The only thing about it is, like, just like the way it looks, it kind of reminds me a little bit of kind of like Sneasel, just how it looks. So I don't know if this is any indication whatsoever. Probably isn't. But since Sneasel is only available, like, later on in most Pokemon games, I feel like it might be one of those Pokemon that you don't find until, like, the 7th gym or so, which would be really unfortunate. Now, we do know that the Galar region is going to have the limited Galar Dex, which is not going to include every single Pokemon. I'm a little hazy on this. I'll have to research a bit more because I want to make a video about this topic as well. But from what I understand, basically, Sword and Shield is not supposed to have every single Pokemon, all the 800 plus Pokemon, whatever we have. Actually, whatever we'll have after Sword and Shield, probably 900 plus at that point. They're only going to have a handful. I mean, I don't know how much they have. They're going to have, not every single Pokemon's going to be in Sword and Shield, is what I'm saying. And from what I understand, they're not even, like, coded in the game. So, for example, like, a Pokemon like Mudsdale, the first Pokemon that came to mind. This is hypothetical, just use Mudsdale as an example. It might not be in Galar, and it might not even be coded in Sword and Shield, which is crazy. So, that might have some implications as well into what Pokemon you use and stuff like that. Either way, I do plan on making a separate video about that in the future, maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. Either way, I'm rambling. This is my tier list for the Gen 8 Pokemon we know so far. Hopefully, as I'm recording this, the Pokemon has been revealed, because that would just kind of ruin this video a bit. But I'll leave a link in the description if you want to do it for yourself. Shout out again to CloudPlays for making this tier list. So I didn't have to, because I was getting ready to make it, and then thankfully, somebody else made it for me. So thanks for watching. Have a good night. I will see you all later, and bye-bye.